got a preset.
Hold on, he was holding it for a while.
Okay, you got it. Con, bring that out. Proverbs 23 and 4. Con. So again, wealth gotten by gambling, that's damn vanity, right? Hey, people write blank checks out here. Right? You got Jake that write blank checks, scam, right? Credit card fraud, right? All these different things are vanity, man. It's not going to profit you, okay? Hey, because when that judgment come down, Esau, he gonna give you a damn 100 years for that, man.
Yep.
Right? Esau don't like when you rob. That's one thing he do not like.
Yeah.
Right? You got here it is. You got damn pedophiles out here. They get a slap on the wrist. They might get 3 years probation. But let you damn rob from the government. They gonna give you 25 years. Keep reading, brother.
Oh, this book of Proverbs, verses
23 and 4.
23 and verse 4.
Right?
Labor not to be rich.
What the scriptures say?
Labor not to be
So
rich.
you don't want to be laboring just to become rich, right? Because then you're going to start profaning the Sabbath day. Oh, see, look, hey, I got to make this money, man. 6 days ain't going to cut it. I need that 7th, right? Keep reading.
Cease from thy own wisdom.
Hey, the Lord says cease from your own wisdom. Cease from your own understanding. Read on.
Verse 5. Wilt thou set thy eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly as the eagle toward heaven.
You see that? And that's playing upon tables. Riches make themselves wings. Meaning you're not going to have riches forever, man.
That's right.
Right? And you're going to make the money, and then you're going to put it in the bag with holes, as it states in Haggai chapter 1, verse 6. But that's what's going to happen. You're not going to keep that money that you had. Brothers don't have money from 5 years ago. Brother, you don't have it. It's gone. Right? It went to Esau, man.
Right.
Right? You got it. Proverbs 28, 22. It's a lot in that proverb. Brothers got to get into the proverbs, man. Done. Brothers have to get into their proverbs because it teaches you how to walk on the earth. It teaches you wisdom. Proverbs means wisdom. Okay? You got it.
Proverbs 28 and verse 22. He that hasteth to be rich, having an evil eye.
Having a what?
Having an evil eye.
Having an evil eye. You got certain brothers that plot on their other brothers, man. Oh, that nigga got that chain on. He think he better than me.
Rob this nigga.
I teach him a lesson.
Right? Keep reading. Got you, brother. You got it.
And consider not the poverty shall come upon him.
And consider if not that poverty shall come upon him. So it's literally vain to rob your brother, murder, write blank checks, and gamble, because at the end of the day, poverty is going to come upon you anyway. Right? So you're trying to labor to be rich in wickedness, but guess what? You're going to go broke at the end of the day. Right? Because you reap what you sow on the earth. If you rob your brother, if you defraud your neighbor, guess what? Somebody going to rob you and defraud you, man. So it's vanity. Right? So Jake doesn't think straight. Jake just thinks about the flesh. You got it. Right. We already brought out Proverbs 13 and 11. God. Did you? Then we just read. Oh, yeah. Okay, Proverbs 28 and 20. Bring that out. It's a good one.
I got precept after you.
Man, oh God.
Book of Proverbs 28 and verse 20.
Right.
A faithful man shall abound with blessings.
So you got to be a faithful man so you can abound with blessings. How do you be faithful? By getting a legit job, right? Not damn selling crack.
Honest working living, as
you gotta be an honest working man, right? Because again, if you try to go illegal, guess what? You're gonna get jammed up, right? There's no successful drug dealer.
It's like if you start up above that, it'll tell you that.
Yep. You can start up above that.
Verse 19.
Oh, it's like you.
Just say it.
Verse 19.
Right.
He that tilteth his land shall leave plenty of bread.
It's like shall have plenty of bread.
It's like shall have plenty of bread.
Yeah, he that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread.
Right.
But he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough.
That's playing upon tables. If you follow not the vanity, you're going to have poverty enough, man. So again, there's no life in being a drug dealer. There's no life in living off the casino, right? Drug dealers don't get fat and move to Florida, man. Right? That's not what happens. They die, right? Or they go to prison, man. Right? Likewise, people who gamble and take risks, they're not going to become successful. right? Because let's say, okay, they winning big, they kind of doing their thing. They get $100 million. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to gamble the $100 million.
That's right.
And lose it all again, right? So that's vanity. Keep reading.
Verse 20. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent.
Right, he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. Give me Genesis chapter 26 and verse 12, because our forefathers, they labored for their money.
That's right.
Right, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, they all labored. They all was working men. The Lord said, hate not laborers' work in the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 15. I hate this labor. I hate this work. Well, brother, you got to deal with it.
You know, we may say captivity,
Yeah, we
but
can
you know,
say it.
we're not going to quit our jobs. We're not going to tear up our resume. I don't want to do it no more.
You got to be a man.
Yeah,
man.
you got to deal with it.
You got to deal with it, man. You might not like it, right? But guess what? You got to deal with it,
There's got to be men in this thing.
right? Genesis 26 and 12.
Book
You don't
it.
want to put yourself in a situation, I don't want to deal with this job. Now you're broke. Now you're sitting at home broke. You don't got no money.
Patting your pockets.
Yeah,
You open your wallet and a little fly fall, come out like from TV shows.
yeah. Yeah, $10 an hour is better than zero.
That's right.
Right? Genesis 26 and 12.
Book of Genesis, chapter 26 and verse 12.
Right?
That Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year an hundredfold, and the Lord blessed him.
See that? So Isaac sowed in that land. He received 100-fold from the Lord. Right? So you got to sow out here, man. Kind
Yeah.
of make moves, do your thing. It's lots of legitimate jobs that you can have. You can work for yourself. You could be your own businessman. But see, Esau don't want to teach you about that.
Hell no.
He want to teach you how to work for him. Right? He want to teach you the knowledge of wickedness. No, work for yourself, man. Find something that you're good at and kind of capitalize off it through the Spirit.
Hey, my uncle told us that when we was young, and we bring it out quite often. He said, if you broke, it's like he said, you should never be broke. There's no excuses in the world. He said during 4th of July, he said, take some lights, some little, crack lights that you kind of twirl around your hand, your wrist, and you sell it for $5 into the Edomites. He literally told us that. He said, there's no reason in the world you should be broke. There's always some type of hustle.
Yeah.
He kind of charged somebody to pick up some stuff off their lawn. Hey, give me $5 and I clean up your yard.
Yeah.
You can make money out of anything.
So like, go cut some grass.
Yep.
Right. Go cut some grass. Go rake some leaves. Go shovel some snow. There's no reason to be, broke in this thing, man.
In New York, I heard in the past they kind of had that one Jake. He kind of moved cars like from one side of the street to the other side of the street.
Yep.
Cause it's a hassle, it's tight, congested city. So they kind of, hey, I don't feel like moving my car. Hey, I pay you. And you had that guy. He had all them keys on him, kind of jangling.
Yeah. Now they got a profession where you go pick up the scooters, man.
Yeah.
Right, you go pick up the
Yep.
scooters downtown. That's a profession you can kind of get into.
Mm-hmm.
Right, go pick up them scooters, man. Right. Go to verse 13.
Verse 13. And the man waxed great and went forward and grew until he became very great.
See that? So he waxed great and grew until he became very great. Right? And Abraham was very great as well. We read Genesis the 14th chapter. Abraham had wealth, man. Our forefathers was, they just ain't got no money. Right? They moping around. They sad. Right? They destitute. No, they had money, man. Right? Now give me did brothers bring out Sirach the 31st chapter?
Yeah.
All right.
Bob had precept.
You got it, brother. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19.
Land of riches.
I got another one after him. The Spirit. How much time we got?
30 minutes.
Okay, we good.
Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. 19, slacking. What's going on with me today?
6 and 19, God.
Matthew 6, verse 19.
Right?
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt.
That's what's going to happen. When you land up treasures upon the earth, moth and rust corrupts it. Right? Read on.
Where thieves break through and steal.
Where thieves break through and steal, man. Right? And that's what happens on this earth. Right? You might think you're moving into a secluded place where nobody dwells at, and you build the big mansion, right? 5 stories high, right? You got a big gated white fence, right? You got the luxury cars on your roof, right? But guess what? Thieves are going to break through and steal, man. Right? They're going to be kind of plotting, right? Kind of trying to look into the windows. They ambushing you, and guess what? They trying to get into that house. They picking a lock, right? And they kind of get up in that thing, man. So thieves break through and steal here on earth. Read on.
Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where the neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt.
With neither
no.
moth nor
Correct.
rust corrupts it. Right? So you got to lay up your treasures in the kingdom of heaven, because in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be rich and wealthy. But guess what? We ain't going to have to worry about Esau or grimy Jake or the damn extortioners. We're not going to have to worry about those men, extorting us for our money, man. We're going to be the rich ruling class on the earth. Right? Keep reading, brother.
And where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Right. Now give me, you had another one, King?
I got one out.
Give me, Salakia, give me Exodus chapter 22, verse 20. Okay. Right? Because there's many gods out here, man. Right? It's not just Krishna. It's not just Buddha. It's not just Shiva. Right? People have made money their god.
Eliphaz.
Right? Eliphaz. God is gold. Right? Give me Exodus 22 and 20.
Book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 20.
Right?
He that sacrificeth unto any god.
So if you give your time, your spirit, and your might to anything outside of the Lord, read on.
Save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed.
The Lord said you're going to be utterly destroyed, man. So if you give all your time to gambling, going to the casino, robbing, stealing, and defrauding your brother, you will be destroyed.
I got it.
15.
You got it.
I got one more. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 16. Right?
Crazy, man.
So there you have it, man. No gambling in this thing.
Book
Right.
of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 16. Ye shall not tempt the Lord your God, as he tempted him in the Messiah.
Stop tempting the Lord, man. When you go into that casino, you tempting the Lord every time you walk in that casino. Right? Every time you pull out that wad of cash and you throw it on the poker table, you got your chips, you tempting the Lord, man. Read on.
Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord your God, and his testimonies, and his statutes, which he hath commanded thee.
Playing upon tables. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Right? It's not just, I can't eat crab, shrimp, lobster, just grow a beard in your face. Those are not the only commandments, man. Right? The scriptures also say, thou shalt not covet. Right? Which means to lust. We read that in Romans chapter 7, verse 7. Right. So with that, I yield. You go to this cash the loss.
You can go to Sirach 29 and 17. That's right.
The book of Sirach, chapter 29, verse 17. And he that is unthankful, and he that is of an unthankful mind, and leave him in danger that delivereth him.
And he that is of an unthankful mind will leave him in danger. Right? You unthankful, man. You gambling all your money. Brother, you're not being thankful for the money that you got. Right? Go ahead.
Suretyship have done unto many of a good estate.
Brother, you trying to Google suretyship on Google, not on Bing. Bing is terrible. Bing is ass.
I used to
On Google.
I used to use it.
Suretyship. It's sure, tis, HIP. There you go.
Cheap.
Damn casino. I was about to say casino.
See that? Suretyship. Legal liability for the debt, default, or failure in duty of another. Right? And I'm pulling mine up too. This is a better one. The contractual relationship in which a surety engages to answer for the debt or default of a principal to a third party. In other words, when you low on funds or you owe a third party, you reach out to this loan shark, right? So he can kind of cover your debt. And you can get jammed up like that because now you can't pay him back, all right? And that's what you see in a lot of these gambling movies. They go to that loan shark. Like, I just need 10,000. I'll pay you the other 10,000. Loan sharks, they all right, I give it to you. In that plastic bag that's kind of nasty, got stains on it, got 10K in it. Yeah, it stink too. All right, there you go. They always got money. They always got a whole lot of money. They give it to the man. He pay off half of his debt. but he can't pay that loan shark back. So let me read that again. So, right, 29 and 18. Suretyship hath undone many of good estate, and shaken them as a wave of the sea. Mighty men hath they driven from their houses. Why are they driven from their houses? Hey, because that loan shark's looking for you, and you can't pay that money to him. So they got to go to the next house. They always go to their girlfriend's house. Yeah, they looking for me. You know, that's seen in a whole lot of movies.
Paranoid, they sweating,
Yep.
They looking out the window, right?
Here.
Oh, hell breaking loose.
That's right.
Going inside a woman purse. I need this money. Right? They going the hell off, man.
Your woman like, what are you doing? Shut up.
Yeah.
Give me your money.
I need it. Where's
Yeah.
it at? Did you hide it? Right?
Shaking them as a wave of the sea, mighty men have been driven from their houses, so that they wandered among strange nations. And they end up having to leave the town because they can't pay their loan shark. Verse 19, a wicked man transgressing the commandments of the Lord shall fall into suretyship. Right? Because it all begins with coveting. Once you covet, hey, man, it's a slippery slope from there. Right? You fall into all types of snares and sin. Of the Lord shall, slakia, a wicked man transgressing the commandments of the Lord shall fall into suretyship. And he that undertaketh and followeth other men's business for gain shall fall into sweets, which is ultimately a trap. You see that? Yep. Yeah, hey, that's you trying to Google sweets.
That's a casino.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a casino cut. Right? Because they think it's sweet to go to the casino. Sweet to win money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to, no, not candy sweets. No candy.
Sweets.
No, you got to go to, no, not that type of sweets either. Go to all, and then you're going to have to do Bible definition. So, you know, so it's not the room sweets. Yeah. No, that's 29 and 19. There we go. Go down a little. There we go. What's going on? All right, there you go. There you go. Go down. There you go. Right there. Up a little. I don't know if Google going to show it. No, not that one. Yeah, because it means a snare or a trap. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's a better one too. But nonetheless, you know, sweet is just a suit. That's just a snare and a trap, right? Because you're going to be, you know, they're going to fall upon you, man.
Yeah.
Are you?
Anybody want to bring? I'm going to go into casting lots. So now let's go into casting lots, man.
Right there. I was going to say the other, you know, not the other side of the coin, but like there's a different, you know, way that you can kind of break it down. Well, your brother going to break it down.
Yeah, give me Acts, the first chapter and the 23rd verse.
Because Jake actually came up to us and said, casting lots, that's gambling. No, brother, not necessarily. That's not gambling.
Yeah, but we're going to break it down, man. We ain't just going to say no and not go to no precepts. No, we're going to actually break this thing down. Right? We're going to prove all things.
Gambling is a risk with money.
Yeah, gambling, like Kabar said, it's a risk for money, right? You really don't know what's going on, right? Casting lots, that's something different. Casting lots was to determine the will of the Lord. It was a method used to determine the will of the Lord. Whether they use sticks, stones, it's what you call modern day flipping the coin.
Yeah, they got dice too in the
No
ancient
sin in
world.
that, you know. But, you know, let's go to it. Acts chapter 1, verse 23.
Don't be casting lots for fun.
Yeah, casting lots for fun or for money.
The book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 23. And they appointed two, Joseph, called Barbarius, who was surnamed Justus, and Matthias.
Right?
Verse 24. And they prayed and said, Thou, Lord, which knowest the hearts of all men, show whether of these two thou hast chosen.
Right? Shew whether these two thou hast chosen. Right? So you got Matthias and you got Barsabas. Read on.
That he may take part of this ministry and apostleship, from which Judas by transgression fell.
Yeah, that's a good one.
and he might go to his own place.
Right, because they couldn't really figure it out as mortal men. So they're like, okay, we need the Lord. We need the Lord to kind of make this thing set in stone to determine who's going to get inside this apostleship. Right? Read on.
And they gave forth their lots, and the lot fell upon Matthias.
It say the lot fell upon Matthias. Right? Keep reading.
And he was numbered with the 11 apostles.
He was numbered with the 11 apostles. Right? So again, casting lots was a method used to determine the will of the Lord. They may have used sticks, right, stones, right? And again, it's modern day flipping a coin. Right?
Yeah, like say, all right, where we teaching that between here and here? We can't figure it out. All right, flip a coin.
Yeah, they do that.
That's basically what it is.
They do that in football. They kind of flip the coin.
See who go first.
See who's going first.
That's all casting a lot is.
God.
And I got a
on
precept.
it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got Proverbs 18 and 18. Yeah. Proverbs 18 and 18.
God. Yeah, it's not rolling dice. It's not gambling. It's not going to the casino, pulling the slot machine. That's not what casting lots is, man. You got it, brother.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 18. The lot causeth contentions to cease.
You see that? So, hey, when does gambling, when does flipping, damn, hitting the 7, when does that cause a contention to cease?
That actually causes strife.
Exactly. It's the opposite.
Hey, people be, man, Jake in the
When
hood,
you
man.
shooting dice in the hood, man, all hell break loose.
Yeah.
It's always an argument.
They rigged. Those
Literally.
dice rigged.
Right. Keep reading.
Nigga, you ain't shaking the dice.
And parted between the mighty.
You see that? So, yeah, that's what casting a lot is, man. It's basically, like you said, making a decision via, basically putting it in the Lord's hands, drawing sticks,
Yeah.
and a lot of fall upon whoever the Lord wanted to fall upon, because the Lord is in control.
Right.
Google Proverbs 16:33. Not Google, but Proverbs 16:33.
Flipping a coin, using sticks,
You got it, King.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 33. A wound and a dishonor shall he get.
Proverbs 16:33.
Oh, 16, 36. Slack here.
That's right. You got things of the Lord, and you have things that's not of the Lord.
Esther the ninth chapter.
Right? Gambling, that's not of the Lord. You can't say, "Oh, let's see if the Lord want me to have this money." You can't do that, man. That's not moving in the right spirit.
Just think about it. Would you?
50, all my money on black. When they got what's that Russian? Not roulette. What's that called?
That is roulette, ain't it?
That's roulette.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is roulette.
Yeah, when it's spinning and that nasty ball spinning on all the things, and he kind of touching all my money on black, 17 black. However it go, I don't gamble. You got it.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 33.
Ball spinning.
The lot is cast into the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord.
See, that's just righteous on the right hand side, right? We're not going to call it gambling. We're not going to call it casting lots gambling. That's not what it is,
It's not, bro.
right? It's
a
of the
risk.
Lord, right? There's no risk in that. You can't say, "Oh, we made the wrong decision." No, if we put it, it's in the Lord's hands. It's not in our hands. When you gamble, that's it. That's in your hands, right? You can't say, "Oh, yeah, the Lord want me to do that." No, brother, you being, you being foolish and irresponsible with your money. You being a kid with your money.
You're trying to blame the Most High.
Yeah, blame the Most High. The Most High, he didn't want me to have his money. Losing your mind.
Precept.
Well, I got a quick precept too. It's Sirach 39 and 27. All these things are good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. Right? So certain Jake, they take lots and they think, oh, we can gamble. Oh, lots. Yeah, I can do my own type of lots. Sirach 29, it's like it's Sirach 39 and 27.
Con, I got a precept. All right, go to Jonah chapter 1 and verse 7.
Yep.
Now I want to bring this out too. It say, why do we flip a coin? It say,